artist to make him a pepperoni, pretending as if he cares about his carbon footprint. And carbon footprint, that's the liberals' way of saying the air you're breathing right now is polluting the earth. You're breathing too much, that's why they want to control your toilets, your light bulbs, and your windows. Get this gentleman out of the way and out of our lives. Going green means working at John Deere. Embrace all the energy we have in this nation. Embrace it right now.
Do you know why they call it cap and trade? They call it cap and trade because it's going to put a cap on our economy and it's going to trade our jobs over to China. That's the bottom line. It was interesting, when Gabrielle Giffords had her opportunity, her one single opportunity to ask one of the greatest generals in this nation's history, General David Petraeus, she had the opportunity to ask him a question about any of the soldiers that have been killed or anything else that's happened, and her question was about how can we make the Army more green. You know what? Anybody who's been in the Army knows that the Army is green. It always has been green. We have alternative forms of energy, but we are never talking about some of them. We don't talk about nuclear. We don't talk about the fact that the Palo Verde plant in this state is the largest property taxpayer in the state of Arizona. And you know what? When they want to boycott us over there in California, maybe we should turn off the lights. We have got to have alternative forms of energy, but you know what? It shouldn't be the government that makes those choices. It needs to be the free market. That's what made this country great in the first place. It was the free market. We didn't play winners and losers, but that's what we're trying to do with solar and all these other forms of energy. If they're the best, let them prove it in the free market. That is the world that we live in the United States. That's what we need to foster. That's what's going to get us out of the mess in this economy, and that will put America back to work again.
I don't think there's anyone who is a bigger advocate for the principles of the free market than I am. It really is an all of the above strategy. The fact that Gabrielle Giffords today has 9 or 11 or whatever, how many solar panels on her roof that you and I are paying for is just indicative of the direction that we've gone, where the preferred industries, those with political connections simply get too much benefit from the rest of us. And so the only way to advance energy independence, energy autonomy, energy efficiency is through the free market. There's only one entity that can know how best to use our existing resources, and that is the free market. It's always been the free market. It always will be the free market. The fact that we're drilling in 5,000 feet of water, that isn't any surprise that something like that happened. And I'm not defending BP. They should be made to cover all the damages. But the point is, why aren't we drilling in Anwar? It doesn't make any sense. It's because of the political correctness and the liberals in Washington who run these policies to the detriment of everyone else. We've got to let the free market decide this, and that is the direction we need to go for our energy future.
We're going to do just a couple more and then open it up to the floor. If there's anything you'd like to add, then we'll do closing statements and wrap it up. I know it's hot. It's hot. Let's talk about strategy and candidacy running towards the final race against Gabrielle Giffords. Back in 1994, 2 years after Bill Clinton had tried and unsuccessfully pushed through universal health care, the contract with America emerged. The shift to the left under Clinton, there was a backlash under Newt Gingrich, back to conservative values. Things are lining up very, very similar to that right now. As Mr. Payton said, we got 30 pretty secure. There's 9 more that are up in the air, and this is one of them. That's why this is such an important race. So what is your strategy, and why are you the best candidate to go against Gabrielle Giffords coming up in the general election? We'll start with Brian.
A lot has been made about the fundraising disparities between me and my opponents, and I am well aware of But does everybody know the name Sharon Engel? The Republican nominee who's going to defeat Harry Reid on November 2nd in the state of Nevada. My campaign's now raised $10,000 more than she did in the primary. 2010 is not about the money, and if you think about it, even with the money on hand, Gabrielle Giffords and Jonathan's got the most. Gabby Giffords today has about 10 times more than he does. It's not about the money going into the primary. It's about the voters getting involved. It's about the grassroots. It's about squeezing every little bit of value out of every red cent that the donors give you. And of course, it's about the message. And it's about sticking to the criticism on the issues that it has to be in the general election. And the issue in this general election is Gabrielle Giffords' voting record. It's her voting record for stimulus, for TARP, for cap and trade, for Obamacare, for card check. It's all these things where she's more willing to continue with wealth transfer, increased taxes, more regulation. That's what it is about. That is what we must keep it on. Keep the discussion about when we go up against Gabrielle Giffords, because that's what we're going to win on. And that's what the voters of this district, by the way, split almost evenly, Republicans, Democrats, and Independents. But at their core, most Independents and a lot of Democrats are also very big fiscal conservatives. They understand that government cannot create wealth. It is only us, free people in a free market. That's how we're going to beat Gabrielle Giffords. Thanks.
Not pale pastels, but bold colors, as Ronald Reagan said. I think it's time we put some bold colors in Congress right now. That's how we're going to beat Gabrielle Giffords. We're going to beat her because we play offense on this campaign, and we play to win on this campaign. Not only have we raised great money to raising volunteers, but we stick to the issues and we hammer them over and over and over again. That's why we're going to win, because the message of conservatism is one that translates across the board. We have Democrats for Jesse Kelly and Independents for Jesse Kelly. Obviously, these are not people who agree with us on all the issues, but they're people that understand that honesty is in short supply and courage is in short supply in Washington right now, and we better start sending fighters there. Gabrielle Giffords, your time's coming, because you've had patty cake played with you twice. We play to win. We play to win on this campaign, and I'm looking forward to those debates. They're here recording today. We're coming. Enjoy it.
I guess the one thing I would disagree with, this isn't about one of us winning. This is about winning our country back across the board. It's more important than any one of us. It's about you, it's about this state, it's about this country, it's about the Constitution of the United States. There's a guy, his name is Colin, and he follows me all over the state, and he's been sent by the Democratic Party. I don't know if he's here tonight, but Colin, if you're here, hello. He doesn't follow anybody else around. He's followed me to Portal, Arizona. Do you know how far it is to get to Portal? You actually have to go to New Mexico to get into Portal, Arizona. We just completed polling not too long ago, about a week ago. No one has ever come within 10 points of beating Gabrielle Giffords in any poll that's ever been done. For the first time ever, we are at least 1 point ahead of Gabrielle Giffords. And the question is how are we going to win? We're going to talk about the issues in this race. We're going to talk about health care. We're going to talk about cap and trade. We're going to talk about the stimulus. And I don't care how much money she has. She can buy all the radio ads that she wants. She can buy all the TV ads that she wants. But unless she can buy the flux capacitor from Back to the Future and go back in time and change her votes, I guarantee you, with your help, she will not win in November.